I'm saying.
Welcome everyone to channel Nitrix. Today we have Asus ROG Ally Handheld Gaming PC for a look inside the machine and its internal cooling system. The Asus ROG Ally comes with a proprietary connector which is divided into two parts. One part transmits PCIe 3x8 data, while the other is a USB-C connector responsible for transmitting power and USB data. That connector, in turn, can be used to attach an external Asus ROG XG mobile dock with an external GPU and external display connectors, essentially transforming the portable game console into a higher performance desktop gaming system. While most portable game consoles can work with external displays, and some can even attach an external GPU, enabling this capability by default is one of the major features Asus is counting on to differentiate its ROG Ally. The Alloy's custom APU, in turn, will be used to drive a 7-inch Full HD display, which offers a maximum brightness up to 500 nits brightness as well as an up to 120 Hz refresh rate. The inclusion of such a high-performance display on a battery-constrained device is certainly an interesting choice, and while at first blush it sounds like it may be overkill, YouTuber Dave2D, who was one of only 2 people to get an early look at the console, says that the built-in GPU can indeed take advantage of a higher refresh rate. As far as other hardware peculiarities are concerned, the Asus ROG Ally console uses soldered-down LPDDR5 memory, an M.2-2230 NVMe SSD, a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth adapter, a microSD card slot, a USB Type-C port for charging and display output, and a TRRS audio connector for headsets. When it comes to software, Asus ROG Ally runs Microsoft's Windows 11 operating system and should be compatible with all contemporary games developed for the Windows platform, including those available from Steam, Epic Games Store, and Xbox Game Pass. This is of course a significant trump that the Asus ROG Ally has over Valve's Steam Deck, which runs a custom version of Linux and is not compatible with all games, but getting desktop Windows to play nicely with handheld computers has also historically come with its own set of challenges. The Asus Ally is part of the brand's Republic of Gamers, or ROG, line of gaming products. Even though it's only about a year after the release of Valve's Steam Deck, the Ally looks like it fell through a wormhole from several generations in the future. On the plus side, the ROG Ally is way faster to charge. I got 50% in 40 minutes while continuing to play. You can fill the system all the way to 97 or 98% with the bundled charger even if you're playing games in turbo mode, though it might take a couple of hours to do so. And that turbo mode is a secret weapon the Steam Deck can't touch. Right out of the box, the ROG Ally runs in performance mode, which is slightly faster than the Steam Deck in exchange for somewhat more electricity, as I explain above. There, I feel comfortable playing games like Elden Ring at 720p and medium settings, a game my Steam Deck runs slower. But if you're plugged in, or willing to play games for less than an hour at a time, the turbo mode puts games within reach that the deck can barely play at all. Design. Sure, the grips aren't nearly as comfortable as the Steam Deck's. The big black screen bezels are even larger and more obnoxious. The nice loud stereo speakers occasionally crackle. And what you can do with the joystick's RGB lighting is extremely limited as of today. But the Ally's smaller. The grips don't get overly hot like some Windows competitors. I like the pops of rainbow from Asus reflective CD-like material. And some of the buttons actually feel better. But Asus made 2 unfortunate design choices I'm very much hoping you'll never see. First, it decided to create flat ABXY face buttons that are nearly flush with the console when depressed. And second, it decided to deploy all of its gamepad controls through the company's own Armoury Crate software. Let's take these one at a time. The flat ABXY buttons have a satisfying press at first, light but firm, with a nice springy return, audible feedback, and plenty of purchase for a meaty thumb. But when I started hammering on them in some friendly rounds of duck game, 3 of them kept getting stuck. Again and again and again. All of a sudden, I couldn't shoot or jump in a game where split-second reactions are everything. It's because the keycaps can slightly tilt when you push them at an angle, and their edges can get stuck underneath the frame. Asus graciously sent me a second unit.